Hola amigos, me llamo Chris. Buenas tardes. Aprendo español en casa. Soy autodidacta. Me gusta estudiar muchos idiomas. Yo hablo inglés, pero estudio muchos. Me gusta cómo suena el español. Así que practico mi español así. Hi everyone, new name here, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms. Today is day 46 on the free-to-please, free-to-play series. And I study many languages, and any opportunity to even just practice, even if I don't say the words correctly, it's still practice. Anytime you say any word in any language, no matter how many times, it's still practice. And the reason I bring this up is the same fundamentals will permeate your entire existence on this planet. It does not matter how many times you've done something. If you always try to find a single way to improve your life daily, you will. So I speak English and I play Watcher of Realms. I've spoken English almost my entire life, and I've played Watcher of Realms for a very small percentage of it. I do both very often, so I get a lot of practice. I'm becoming more fluent in the nuances of Watcher of Realms. And that's what inspired me to create this free to please, free to play series to help you guys. If you're watching this and you want to get involved in the game and you're concerned about, you know, very common questions you see is, I'm at this level doing this in the game. Is that good? These are kind of loaded questions. For me, the first answer is, are you having fun? Sorry, the first question I need answers for, are you having fun? Watcher, Watcher of Realms is an amazing game. And if you're having fun, it doesn't matter where you are really. If you're not looking for accolades and adoration from strangers over the internet, it doesn't matter where you are or when you get to where you are in the game. If you're trying to become more efficient or progress rapidly, this series is going to show you how to do that. And part of it is you're going to see me very often now, at least twice a week, spend all my daily stamina available in here, farming artifact material raid stage 18. This video isn't trying to show you the fastest way to do it, obviously, because I have a tank down instead of Volca for the boss. I could probably tank the boss with Volca. For me, this is a never failed ever since I've set up this auto. So I set it and I forget it. Then I'm going to finish when the autos are done and forge my artifacts and hope for something good, something to upgrade. But this is also, it's a lullable, I don't know if that's the word, but it's a Sunday with nothing for me to currently accomplish. I've gotten over 3,000 points in the Gear Raid 1 Oracle trial. I don't want to watch Gear Raid 1 anymore on the free-to-play account. It's not fun. I've got enough stuff that I'm almost ready for Tide 129 with the battle power. But I went into Gear Raid 3 for a bit as well, and I picked up 2 Ancients actually today, which is very rare considering I did about only 8 or 9 runs. It wasn't many, and 2 Ancients fell. But one of them's pretty crappy, and I'm going to show it to you. It's got a rage regen main stat, and a lot of people would immediately just junk it. Never sell any ancient items in this game until you have at least 18 quality ancients in every slot. Then you can sell the crappy ones. And the reason I bring that up is, 16, is the maximum deployed number of heroes for Tide Battle is 16. And ancient gear at level 16 gives you more battle power towards that suggested number for Tide. And there's very few stages in Tide where you have to actually have gear. You can have naked heroes and win. I've shown this before on this channel. What you need is to have the battle power to be higher than the suggested. And it really starts ramping up what you need after Tide 125. So I'll show you one of the ancients that I'm going to keep that's going to help push me over. And if you don't know him, Motor Mike, who aka Tire Iron Mike, was saying in a fastidious stream a couple days back, if you have exclusive artifacts, put the exclusive artifact on the hero. Because there's artifacts that say when deployed, like the Tear of Twilight, you don't get the same benefit as putting that hero in that artifact down on battle power. It doesn't count that extra boost after you deployed them. And the exclusive is automatically already a larger battle power boost on that hero. So if you're having issues trying to bump your BP up so you can be successful in Tide, you can max out once you're sitting like where I am, where I'm already, a day and a half finished the Tales of the Smith event. I got a little bit of gold left. I can bring some of the crappier ancient items up to level 12. That way, when the next Tales of the Smith event comes, I just boom, bring them up to 16 and keep them until I get a quality replacement. Because eventually, you're going to get where I am, where there's no longer powders coming in from Tide as big or diamonds because you can't clear. As I'm on, I think it's wave 2129. It starts becoming noticeable after about a week where you're like, hey man, I used to get 100 to 120 diamonds daily, sometimes 160 from Tide. And I pick up like 100, legendary dust. I don't get that anymore. I don't get soul stones anymore. And it really hurts your rapid progress. So, right after this one is complete here, I just want to hopefully craft something that is a mythic artifact as well. So that way, all my deployed heroes in Tide are wearing, at bare minimum, a mythic artifact, because that gives you a bigger battle power boost as well. And if you're not familiar with this, I'm on stage 18. These aren't supposed to drop, the radiant ones, but it's kind of like an extra loot drop when you get like 2 items in a gear raid. It'll either drop 40 of the flawless meteorite or a 30 of the radiant, which obviously you need to craft 100 times with this amount of 30. So for an achievement. So eventually, right, you're going to need them anyways. And maybe you get lucky and that one that drops, where you're like, why does it keep giving me the 30? It crafts you a wonderful, like maybe not crystal vileness. I forget what it's called now. Let's see. Wrath is wearing it here. The Wailing Skull. So anyways, let's do a quick forge session here. I've got 5 that I can make and a single. Let's do the single first. Come on, Mythic. So this is crap, okay? Like, I don't know, dealing AoE damage increases the AoE damage. It's a placeholder item for me anyways. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't have good use for it. That Voros Wrath, I tried it before. I don't want there we go. And this is why you do artifact material rate. Okay. This Eye of Sin, such a wonderful item on AoE fighters, like Abomination. And I forget, I think I have one at 13. Oh, and you need this Nightmare Samsara will really help your Mari and your Pyros get their ultimates up. So let's go into my Abomination here and see his Eye of Sin. So I could actually, I think, yeah, I'm going to enhance it because hopefully tomorrow it's a Conqueror Codex. And Abomination is strong in the Conqueror Codex, especially with this Eye of Sin now brought up by 1. And I might be OCD, what some people will say. To me, it's called being consistently clean. All these items that I'm never going to use, immediately I'm selling them. Immediately. I don't want to wait like, oh, it's springtime. Let's clean the garage and it takes all day and then you just don't do it anyway. That's it. That's how clean my inventory for my artifacts is going to stay. All right. If you want to keep 2 of each or whatever, have at her. For me, keep it clean. So I was mentioning about the artifact or the items that dropped today. Okay. So you might look at this and I really don't know. Maybe it's fun on Baron, get his shields up a lot and my A5 Baron heals, but this really isn't a good ring, except for the battle power boost it's going to give because it's an ancient item. So I'm going to save that until I have 16 ancient items that are all rings, just so I can excel in Tide. And this item fell as well today. So whether it's good or not for anywhere else in the game, it's always good for your Tide battles. Now, to come into the events here, and like I said, this Immortal Codex is coming. And None of us, to my knowledge, have seen the new Boreas boss that they've announced, so maybe there's something special coming on the morrow, on the Monday, and that's kind of exciting. And this bounty challenge, this is really good, considering once I get two more of these, I'll have a divine crystal to summon with, so that's always nice. This was day 46 to my knowledge. Okay, and if we come into the Pantheon on day 46 on a free-to-play account, it's at level 131. And I think I'm going to get up one more tomorrow with the Infernal. But again, you look at these stats, man, 22% rage regen. That's no joke. That's like a gold roll on an item to get 22% rage regen. And it's right there for every single hero that I deploy in this game. So as I said, today I didn't really have any new idea what to do. I was trying to do a guide for N917, and there's too much RNG. I don't want to mess around. I was getting a little frustrated. But again, this was New Name playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms. Take care, everyone. Cuídate.